continue here with our show. Let's see which is the next one we're going to talk about right now. Let's see. Tadam, this one. Oh, Facebook. It's a big one. This is a big one. It's a big one. This letter is going to the accounts payable of Facebook Ireland. This is very polemic. I have collected a lot of enemies because of this, but they're not really enemies. They are people who work for Mark Zuckerberg, so they're doing their job. So they are it's just a, one thing is you have a $7 billion cash flow, you have all the luxury items you can imagine in order not to pay a bill. So he pays all sorts of people, and then they attack me, and they twist everything around, and they try to put me as a very bad person, which is very hard to do, very hard. Then we go back to why I was murdered first on Facebook when they killed my accounts, the first one and then the second one. That's some sort of murdering online, on an online world. That's like boom, shooting somebody. And another case is physically. There was 2 attempts of murder against me here in Argentina, which are very related somehow because it's international. Facebook is everywhere, also in Argentina. But in Argentina, I have property, so there's some conflicts of interest because some people, they prefer me alive because I own property here. Some people prefer me dead because there's so many people that owe me money, and so I don't know. It's a matter of the CIA, FBI, whoever investigates common citizen problems, because that's number one thing I get back from all my lawsuits is that, oh, I'm sorry, this is just a common citizen problem. This is not the state of Texas lawsuit. This is Augustin. So you need to go to public service. So I'm on the line in police stations. What else? All sorts of institutions, embassies. I write to everybody. Says, any chance we can close this case? And then Facebook Ireland lawsuit, it goes into the lack of attorneys for public service, which goes back to all the no situations we have. Because my invoices is I need to have the chance to have a hearing. So once I have a hearing, the other party shows up, and then both of us, there is a judge, there's a legislation. Say, look, there's a law here, there's this, and there's this guy here who says you have to pay this bill, and then the court system is going to take the decision. But what happens, not only in Ireland, that's all over the world, is that when you go to something that's corporate or private business, all the governments, they have the same response. Oh, we don't touch private businesses. And you're like, who does? And there is no government. And that's come to this very contradictory world we live today, which is some sort of corporation communism, okay? Because it is communist, there is a communism there, but it's not the government that promotes communism, it's the corporations. So it's something that I need to go ask for Facebook itself to designate an attorney that's going to work this case in Facebook platform, as they call everything nowadays, a platform. It's something like that, because there's no justice. It's something public. I have cases in a courthouse that happened here in Argentina, where I'm investigating where can I have some sort of public attorney that works for not for free, but the state pays for that, like legal aid. And then they said, they were twisting the story around. That was like, I thought this was the office for public legal aid, and then they like, oh no, this pero que sí, pero que no. It's a very Argentinian way, Jewish messianic way, which is some pero que sí, pero que no, pero que no, pero que sí, like very like brokers, intermediaries, and like, okay, is this yes or this is no? Usually pero que sí, pero que no means no, okay, but at some point they said, okay, Augustin, you can use this desk here at the courthouse for a while, because I said, look, I have to take notes about everything you guys saying, because I'm trying to understand what is this. But once they said, I'm going to let you use this desk for a while, I was like, you're going to let me use this desk? This is not public, this is private. They said, yes, we are private. Like private? I thought this was the legal aid office for Argentinian citizens. It's like, no, this is private. This is Colegio de Abogados, which is an association of attorneys. It's private. And okay, so we go back to the private. So I need to find money to sponsor the lawsuits. Do you understand that all my lawsuits, they follow the same principle. It's like you have costs to process the lawsuits, and the police and the attorneys, they are searching for their finance. And usually who finances them are the corporations. So if you file a lawsuit against a corporation, you won't find funding because the government is already orchestrated not to sue corporations. So the government works just to assist the corporations. And then if you go to private, as the government advises, oh, you have to go private. You need to go find the resources, but then the resources will go back to the corporates. So go to this no situation where I need the corporations to fund me, so I file a lawsuit against the corporate, but I am a corporation myself too, because this business is all LEGroup. This is LEGroup USA, and then LEGroup Ireland, and these are the invoices against Facebook. My invoices against Facebook, they are for labor law, content creation, intellectual property, and because I am a salesman, I'm marketing sales. This is my work. My image is my work, and it costs me a lot of money to be on Facebook, and I create a very high quality content, which is, as the name says, Facebook, it's a diary, so that's my personal life, and I also want a copy of that. It can be printed. I was thinking about that. Facebook can print all my 14 years of contents and send me a book, like an encyclopedia with the photographs, everything. That could be a solution for my portable contents, which I want to have. And another thing is my labor rights. It's a labor. The first job I did for Facebook was salesman. I promoted Facebook for over 1 year, at least, when Facebook was not known, was not understood. That was 2008, 2009. I did that work in Brazil and in the United States primarily. And that's how my work relationship with Mark Zuckerberg started. And then once he starts to monitor my account, and I said, okay, thank you, boss, for the job opportunity. And once he decided to fire me, and then is when I filed the invoice. I went physically to his office in Dublin, Ireland, with an attorney, and the paperwork's there. And we keep sending. This bill now goes to Facebook accountable and accounts payable. And this is the beautiful letter, all handwriting. I'm selling. I may sell these letters one day. Dear Rui, look how nice, how friendly. Dear Rui. So I'll explain here. It's like, okay, Mark Zuckerberg, when are you going to process your payment? This is case L975-19, and now is L1002-21. Case L1002-21 is a consolidation of a lot of different invoices, but the first invoice against Facebook is L975-19. It's from October 19 in 2019, and there's copies of that to congressmen, senators, politicians in Ireland. Like even that's the last episode, is that I sent a copy of the bill to the ambassador of Ireland in Argentina, because I'm physically in Argentina and Facebook is also here. And so I sent this to the ambassador of Ireland in Buenos Aires, and she answered me back saying that I have to talk to the Ministry of Foreign Relations of Argentina. And why? But because the thing is that I am in Ireland as an Italian citizen. I have dual citizenship, and Argentina is more personal matters. And this is a combination of persons. So I responded her copying the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Argentina, but the headquarters of these lawsuits is the High Courts in Dublin, Ireland. I even suggested the Judge Malone to prosecute this case, and we're waiting for laziness maybe to stop, so we start to have our lawsuits in place and the hearings. Because my thing is that when I have my hearing, this case is filed 2 years ago, and I still don't have even my hearing. Like when I'm going to have my hearings, you can do all online through Zoom, whatever. Like. And then say, look, this is my invoices, and I want to understand when I'm going to get my payments. and it's the legislation there. It's the law. And then I answered back the ambassador, Jackie O'Horland is her name, and I was like, look, I'm sorry, this is an Irish company against an Irish company. This is Dublin. It's Facebook Ireland, and it's LEGroup Industries Ireland, and I'm waiting for this payment. It's like, at the end of the day, I believe 40% of my income is property of the state of Ireland. So how come the ambassador of Ireland is serviced with an invoice that's is half a million, it's almost $1 million, and like when the state of Ireland has 40%, which is mean $400,000, and the ambassador of Ireland said, "Oh no, send this to Argentina. We have nothing." And but it is local. It's not. I am just physically in Argentina now, and I sent this message to the embassy here by the fact of the cost, because it costs a fortune to send mail internationally from Argentina to Ireland. But this one goes to Ireland, okay? I'm talking about the one I sent last week, which is the embassy here. And I was trying to, is there any chance the embassy gets this case solved here in Argentina? You know, that was my intention since then. But then they said that now the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Argentina would be involved. Actually, I sent that to them. But it's international stuff. But the headquarters are in Dublin, Ireland. And we keep waiting for the Irish legal system to move ahead with these lawsuits. I don't know why they're so afraid of. It's just work. It's boring. Lawsuits are boring, but that's life. Life is boring in a lot of cases. Okay, so this is being mailed this week to Facebook Ireland, Dublin, Repubblica de Irlanda, and it goes there. It's again my bill. Case L1002-21, former case L975-19 against Mark Zuckerberg, Eduardo, Saverin, and I think Jeff Bezos now. They are on Facebook. It's fine. So it's just my employer. Thank you very much for the job opportunity, but please have in mind you have to pay. Money is not only for collecting; it's also for paying. It's a two-way street. You collect, you pay. You pay, you collect, and you're happy because of that. Okay. Have a great day there. All right. Cheers.